you. Hello, everybody. Hello. Oh my goodness, I have to say, this is a gorgeous night. You guys are so lucky. I've never been to anything that is quite so layered and loving and real and risky and funny. So I think you should give yourselves a massive round of applause. I'm going to take lots of the ideas of what you do here back down to Devon. So my name's Ceri Baker, and I'm really grateful to be here. I met Sammy at Shambhala a couple of years ago, and that was a mad, chaotic time. And in fact, my friend Mark, who I was performing with at Shambhala, I said, "Do you think I'm a bit chaotic on stage, Mark?" And he was like, No, Ceri, I think that's it. I think that's kind of like your USP. I don't know whether that's cool or not. And he then said that he went to Shambhala with me, and he caught ADHD from me. And he went back and he gave it to his whole family. Which I think is actually, I think I should take that, shouldn't I? Yeah, okay. So there might be some reference to ADHD also in this set. So thanks to Sammy for saying about my collection. It's here, and I will be doing something from it in a minute. It is called Fuck It, Pass the Salt Please. So my stuff is a little bit sweary, so there you go, I'll start with that. And just a little bit of context as to how I got on this poetry journey. 7 years ago, I won't go into too much detail, but I had some surgery that went really horribly wrong. You might have heard about it. It was the vaginal mesh scandal, and that happened to me, and then I kind of came out of that, and I was fucking furious, unsurprisingly, and I had a kind of 4-year court case, which happened, and I wrote this collection because I kind of felt very angry about what had happened, but then I realised that as long as you have support and resources, we can transform a lot of our stuff, and we are all artists and creatives, human beings are, we can come out the other side of things. And so that is how this came about. But when I wrote this collection, and it was about to come out, my dad got ill, and I looked after him. I had the incredible privilege of looking after him as he died. And so the first poem that I'm gonna read to you is about when I launched the collection. I decided that I needed a new pair of boots, and I googled knee-high boots for women. I ended up buying these, which are definitely not knee-high. And the Google most searched question when you type in boots for women, knee-high boots for women, said, "Can women over 40 wear knee-high boots?" Exactly. So this is my response poem to that. The daffodils are pushing through. It's spring, and I'm about to bloom. The book launch for my first poetry collection. It's been on hold for the last 9 months while Dad and I bathed and cried through his last rays of living and dying, not to see another springing. So what I needed, what I really needed, was a new pair of boots. But not any old, heart-drawn, closed, sensible shoe. I didn't need a soulless pair of blend-in, bland as, dull as, fool's cap filing cabinet footwear that has no idea of where this life could take us. No. Because this launch was my Cape Canaveral. I needed what if I died tomorrow boots. Like being at your own living funeral, a boot-type pedestal, a glory be memorial. Your best get up and dance tune comes on, and it's Rizzle Kicks. It's mine anyway. Down with the trumpets. And you're heading to the dance floor in your cross between Buzz Lightyear meets David Bowie meets Vivienne Westwood boots for some kind of dream team dance-off. The fuck it vibes are high. It's only money. They make more of it every day, Charlie. That is my favourite Roald Dahl quote ever. Charlie the Yeah, you're welcome. I wanted boots that uncaged mine and all our culturally warring hearts to scream, I am living. I get to do this. So many of my friends and family didn't even make it to 48. They were years off. And we all have them, don't we? Beautiful golden amulets of people who sit tucked inside us, forever helping us to live better. I'll name some of mine, and if you wish to, name some of yours and bring them in. Alfie, Carrie, Tom, Arthur, and I imagine the list will go on before I get to 50. Hopefully it won't include any of you or me. In this present moment, present to open us all up, I wanted boots for life, boots for living. Like daffodils breaking through, let's get down with the trumpets and bloom. Thank you. So I make these mad set lists on cardboard, and I've got a big collection of them at home, and partly it's because I can't remember anything, and so I need to remember what I've done at a night or a festival so that I either repeat it or I know I've repeated it. Anyway, blah blah blah. But because they're off on like pizza boxes and stuff, I found some nice paper to stick on the back so you weren't all looking at some horrible advert. So isn't that cool? Yeah, isn't that cool? And that's my mad set list. And then in the car on the way up, I was like, okay, so that one's life, and the next one is gratitude, okay? So the next poem is from my collection, and because this was such a journey of all the stuff, all the difficult things that we come through, I needed a gratitude poem. And this is a bit of audience participation. Are you up for that? I think you guys are up for that. It's also, you get to swear. So whenever I say thank, you all say fuck. Do you think you can do that?
Yeah.
Yeah, but there's a few stanzas. Yeah, let's practice. Okay. Thank.
Fuck.
Thank.
Fuck.
Thank.
Fuck.
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 Hey! Okay, we don't need to do the poem now. Okay, so there's quite a few stanzas, and I don't want to cut any of them out. So if you start losing the will, I'm gonna fucking carry on. Is that alright?
Yeah.
Okay. Sriracha, mayo, cheese, salt, and lime. Thank
Fuck.
for the fuel that calls us to rapture, to break, burst, boil, ignite into matter. Thank
Fuck.
for impulsive moves and trances. Passion calls for limbs to seek brave freshness. Thank
Fuck.
for absorption of sun into faces. Clenched fists unstick to butterfly awareness. Thank
Fuck.
for unfiltered friendships, for podcasts of voice messages, sriracha, mayo, cheese, salt and lime, everything on toast. Thank
Fuck.
for people whose favourite position is on a mission to protest, and others are available, to protest, rage, unrest, uphold the unseen. Thank
Fuck.
for people who speak power to their shame, to fuck off their inner chatter and glow. Thank
Fuck.
for the nurturers, risk-takers, connectors, human richness unboxes to flow. Thank
Fuck.
for the safety of mountains, shifting solid natures, crisp coolness unhitches to know. Thank
Fuck.
for tender stems in war zones, out-naturing aggressors to grow. Thank
Fuck.
for creative magic. That's all of you in here. Save most of your fucks for that, for the human brilliance of noticing gaps, for embroidery lessons in prisons. Thank
Fuck.
for all this flaming attraction, mad magnetism that draws us together to go beyond blandness, speak out, attract and act. Last one, yes, thank
Fuck.
for all of that. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. Oh, that feels good, doesn't it?
Can we say fuck again one more time?
What's that?
Can we say fuck again one more time?
Yes, thank
Fuck.
Oh, thank you. I did that at a mother and baby group. They were like, it's okay because apparently children have to hear swear words 44 times before they properly internalise them. So I think we did 43. So that was fun. Okay, so when I was in my kind of like 7 years ago, surgery, blah, blah, all that, which I'm not undermining, it was awful. The COVID thing happened, and I went through a period of awakening, as we all did during COVID, and lots of artists found out that they were neurodiverse, and they realised they'd never been supported in a system that is completely unsupportive for neurodiverse people. So I went on that journey as well, and realised, oh, surprise, surprise, that I had ADHD. But that it was really fucking hard actually. It massively affected my life. I hadn't known. Been on antidepressants. They're the wrong drugs if you're on ADHD. They're right if you are also depressed and anxious. But there's a poem in here called Lost Girls, which I actually won the WOMAD Slam with, and that is about growing up as a girl with ADHD and not realising. But I've been through a lot of grief about that and understanding. And then I wanted to write a kind of poem at the other side of kind of acceptance and still with grief. But so I wrote this with my brother, because obviously ADHD is often a family thing. Mission to become the sun. Me and my brother. Campfire and stargazing. We dock in old deck chairs beside the orbiting modules of our camper vans. We pour years of lost connections into cans of G&T, forever navigating new territory. Now, our teenagers sit around their own campfire, smoking summer rollies, a looming fireside. We all grow in the glow. We laugh with grief pollux edges through years and years of feeling shit at adulting before we knew. Parking tickets, speeding fines, missed appointments, forgotten replies to texts, late for, countless unfinished projects. My brother is a therapist. It's okay. He side-eyes me, pulling me into his field, offering some shift beyond the lens of lack. Remember the mission, Ceri. We can tie ourselves in knots with all the incompleted small things, but there are all successive approximations of a much bigger picture. You, me, we are the big thing. Remember the mission. All the small bits are seeds and ignition. remember the mission carrier. It's a family thing to be weightless. We wish Dad had known. Living on planet Earth, it's not easy when your pull is to less gravity. Dad taught us the art of wonder. Wandering off, wherever sunlight called. Follow the glistening, chase the glimmers, collect cuttings and connections to fuel not a deficit model of you, but a flowing, burgeoning sun. My brother is a therapist. He says, well, a lot of things. And some of them, not all, I tuck in my pockets like cosmic wefts, tender sutras, memories and reminders of what we're all made of, sitting in our fields of pinger energy, round campfires of space cadet chit-chat. I'm so glad we know now. ADHD, it's not just a label, it's a golden frickin' bloody ticket. Thank you. References to Charlie and the Chocolate Factory in one set. So that's pretty amazing, isn't it? High literary stuff from me. Okay, this is my last thing and I'm really sorry, but it's a song. Okay. So I'm part of sport poetry in Exeter, and we were in the Southwest Slam final last year, which we freaking won. Woo! Woohoo! Yes. And we had to write a poem in the middle of the slam. We had like 20 minutes in a steamy car. And we were given words like Jesus, red wine, something else. We wrote a really, really offensive shanty, and we won. And in the car on the way back, because I'm a yoga-y type, I said shanty also means world, it means peace. Oh my god, I want to write a shanty. That's really funny. So I'd just like to apologise if I offend anyone now. I've written a shanty. This is a shrooty, it's just a shrooty, but shrooty. And I can literally play one note. So I'm really apologetic to anyone, and I'm so sorry. I love the cultural heritage of this instrument, and I'm really sorry if I do it any injustice. It's a drone, it's a meditation box, a drone machine, a nice drone machine. Okay, so, are you ready? Okay, so, I play my one note. Can we get Nom in the room? That's amazing. Thank you, everyone. Okay, when I start singing, you can stop now. What can you do for inner and world peace? Get up, buddy, and get a good morning routine. Brush your monkey teeth and wipe the poo off the loo clean. Early in the morning. What can you do for calm and patience? Put down your phone, stop comparing life situations. Be in the quiet, not seeking out a validation. Early in the morning. What can you do to release the tension? Apart from wanking, that's an obvious mention. Stretch, move, walk, and get hydration. Early in the morning. Oh my god, I'm so bad because I'm not a songwriter, and I never predicted that people would start joining in. And I love it so much, but I'm afraid in a few things it's not going to work. I'll let you know when it is. community intervention. Go help someone both for less isolation. In the morning. It doesn't work on the next one. What can you do about wars and oppression? Okay, this line goes down really well in Plymouth. Let's see how it happens here. Don't be a cunt by divide and aggression. Alright, yeah. By local self-support, circular economies with all financial decisions. What can you do to save the environment? Apart from hiding in a cave and being self-sufficient. Realize you're part of a complex ecosystem. And everything you do is everything, so think about the choices you make, being powerless, spend it on triggers. What can you do to be less rageful? Write morning pages to feel more grateful. Write the shit away, trust in people. In the morning. What can you do to feel more aligned? Close your eyes and you will find the seed of your nature exists at the core of you. Listen, trust and unwind. What can you do for inner and world peace? Yes, get up and get a good morning routine. Treasure each other, this moment is forever. In the morning. Hey ho to early risers. Hey ho to early risers. I think this shanty has become a mantra.